So you're a university student. You've got to do a literature review. What on earth is a literature review? Well, do look out for some of the resources that I have created on YouTube answering some of these questions. What is the purpose of a literature review? In this particular presentation, I'm actually going to be playing around with an idea that came from a guy called Huff in 1999, where he talked about adding to a conversation. So I'm going to take this idea to try and explain, what is the purpose of a literature review? One of the key questions I always get asked by students as they get ready to start their literature reviews: how many sources do I need, sir? It's not about how many sources. You really do need to understand what is the purpose of a literature review. Each section in your research project has a very specific purpose, and the literature review has a very specific purpose. Understanding that helps you to know how to go about writing one. Let me put it to you this way. Imagine you get invited to a swanky party. Everyone's sitting around tables, dressed to the nines, drinking their champagne, and you spot a group of people you recognize. Yes! You head over to the table, you listen to the conversation, and then you start to repeat what everybody else says. Of course not. Awkward, weird. You listen intently to the conversation so that you can then input something in the conversation. You want to be able to add to the conversation that everybody stands back and goes, wow, insightful, tell us more. You see, you first got to listen to the conversation. What is everybody talking about? What's the key issues here? Then, having understood where the conversation is at, you know how you can add to that conversation, how you can contribute to that conversation. It's not just about repeating what everybody else has said or giving a summary of what everybody else has said. It's about contributing to the conversation. Okay, right. So let me help you out. There's a couple of key things that you need to include when doing a review of the literature. The first one is you need to know where the conversation is now, not where it was 10 years ago. This is why current sources are so important. Where is the conversation now? And who are the key contributors? Who are the key people that are driving this conversation, influencing, shaping? And therefore, what is the key message that is coming across? Because you need to be part of that key message. Those sources need to be part of your review. Now you begin to understand what you're going to be adding to that conversation. So, thank you very much for listening. Please do look out for all the other resources that I produce. Please do subscribe on YouTube. Look at all the things I produce in terms of research and other sources, and add me on LinkedIn as well. Thank you very much for listening.